Well, for budgets this year, we should really start thinking about food. Now that we're doing pizza place and they have sandwiches, it's gonna be a long
I haven't
night.
tried their sandwiches yet.
Very good.
That'll be nice.
The thing is, speaking sweet nothings into it.
Lost in the office there, so I didn't get my prep work done. It's been a day, and since 4, a little after 4 this morning. So I had to go in to work early this morning. Not much. Okay. Ready, we'll call the Special Finance, Insurance, and Personnel Committee meeting to order. Roll call, Cool here.
Wired here.
Hustle here.
Approval of meeting minutes from July 16th
Wire move to approve.
and the 22nd. I don't see the 16th, I see the 22nd in this packet, but do you see it?
I have the 22nd.
So do we approve the 22nd?
The 22nd is the one that, yeah, I sent her the minutes from the last one, and they obviously didn't make it.
That was
Our closed session.
that was a union thing, so that wouldn't necessarily have minutes here.
I did send those minutes, so. Okay, we'll just have to get caught up next time.
So we just approved the 22nd?
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hustle will second.
Okay, you got a motion and a second.
July 22nd was our special meeting, right? July 22nd was the union contract. The 27th is, yeah, so the 16th, we didn't have a meeting on the 16th.
We would have had a regular finance meeting, I think is what,
First and
Correct.
third, yeah, that would have been the 16th, yeah, so the regular finance meeting is not in there. Okay. The special meeting, I gave her the minutes for too, and that didn't make it.
Are you okay with the meetings having Axley question mark, Axley question mark, Axley question mark?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw that.
Oh,
but I
because
didn't
these were
know.
the Axley people that were, they
Oh.
signed in on the sheet.
They didn't put their names.
Because I think, I'll bet he took the sheet with him.
Probably.
The 3 Axley people that were here, all the interns, so those are just interns. Yeah.
well,
Would you like something else written in there?
we still are owed the July 16th minutes.
And the 27th special meeting minutes. That was also, was that council? No, that
No,
was
that was
council.
council.
That was council, you are right, thank you. These.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Old business. Resolution, this is 2634, is just a placeholder amending the employee handbook. This is coming from the last month's meeting. For further review, Richard had some comments that he emailed me today. Sorry I couldn't, but if you want to go through those comments, Richard, we all would listen to
Such comments.
such comments.
I'll see if I can locate him.
There was, last month, the only change that I had at the meeting was a definition change. what is the separation of employment includes. So there's some extra verbiage on what that means.
So this is the exact
What
same document,
what
right?
was, no, I edited a little bit, so, not sure if there were any comments at that time, other than they were gonna forward, or had the chance to, before the meeting, to forward comments, and Richard did send some this morning. So,
Do you want to just doctor it up for the next meeting? It's not like we're not going to have a whole much more. We'll see each other again soon.
Yeah,
Want to do that?
that's fine. I
That'll be
did
easier.
send him to Charlie. I got him here. We can deal with them or not, or I can just send them to you.
I
Two.
don't want them, no. I've got enough. But
Right.
you have this as a Word doc. Can't you just update it yourself, like
I didn't.
structure?
I didn't have a Word doc.
Okay.
I had a PDF that I just put some liners on. I didn't want to change it because most of them are more questions than.
Then actual changes, okay.
But should we
Correct.
talk about the questions? Like,
Sure.
Did you?
I mean, you brought up, does city allow for vacation carryover? Is that something we need to discuss?
No, I looked. I wasn't able to find, but Charlie sent me the handbook,
Okay.
and there is no allowance for vacation carryover year to year.
Correct.
That I think I read that correctly. So the first one I had was the third whereas. Which one are enterprise accounts? And Charlie said that the only enterprise account was the utility.
currently, correct,
Currently, yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't mean there can't be or won't be, but that's current. So that question is kind of answered with just the one. And then A4,
A4.
my personal belief is that city utilities is city employer. It's the same insurance, it's the same healthcare, it's the same vehicle insurance, it's the same building and equipment insurance, it's the same everything. So for those reasons, I feel personally that the utility is a city employer. And all utility and other city employees are all city employees. We can argue, debate, or agree to disagree on that. That's fine.
Does anyone have any comments on that one?
I've given mine.
Okay.
Do you have any comments about that? Or feelings, one way or the other?
I think it would have been nice if we were able to restructure some of this so that pertaining to the things we're looking at here, there was more of a crossover and it was just viewed as transferring within the city, not necessarily going to a different entity, because it's confusing to me, like, it, with those examples, it does seem like they are city employees, but they're utilities employees.
Right. I think the delineation, now the utility follows some of our handbook, but they also have their own handbook. Utility sets wages, hiring. None of that is controlled by council action or this committee at all. So technically, are they truly city employees at that point? Or are they utility employees?
And I do have a copy of their handbook, if you would all like to review it. So this isn't like time sensitive, oh my God, we have to have this done now.
Yep.
I want it done right,
But we can chip away at it.
100%.
I don't want to take a bunch of hours doing this tonight.
Right,
But the library sets their wages.
correct. And they have a board, just like the utilities do. Correct.
Right. So in that regard, the library is not city employees then either. By the same, they set their own wages. Comment.
But their
Yeah.
payroll and everything runs through the city books.
And their
They're
tax
not considered
payers, too.
like a separate entity with their own
So is it because of a ratepayer,
Accounting.
taxpayer
Yes.
classification?
Didn't you send that to Bill to get a better clarification?
Yeah,
on
you
it,
can
too?
get back to me,
Right.
but.
We need the legal opinion too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
I-
I mean, there's
Yep.
different accounting. I mean, the utility has full accrual. I mean, there's different accrual accounting versus how the city does it. So there's different aspects of that. That's why the books are completely separate. So what I can figure, there is some wording in here on the sick time carryover, on whether that should be carried over or not. Usually there's lump sum payouts, so there was a question on sick time payout. The city doesn't really, and Richard provided an example today of Middleton's, and the explanation that I read there is they actually allow that transfer over. So they're fully funding sick time as it's accrued as a valued benefit. We've never done that here. There's no precedence that says that we have done that. The only thing in our handbook states that after the qualifying event of 15 years of service, they can utilize accrued sick time to pay for health benefits after they retire or when they retire. So that's a very narrow interpretation that's actually in state statutes and with the time limitation that we put in there. That's it. There's no accrual, there's no rules regarding sick time at all, so it's a protective benefit. Now, that's saying if someone lateral transfers from the city, there's no value there. If the utility, for example, as being an enterprise fund, wants to allow that accrued amount to accrue against their books, they would have to put a liability entry in and pay that out of their funds. That's up to their booking or up to their board or their commission to allow that, but there's no transfer of funds from the city general fund to cover those expenses. That's totally taken on, much like you would do if you took a new employee on and you could negotiate 3 or 4 weeks of vacation. That's a liability that comes up in front with the hire and they put it on their books as a liability.
When one retires after 15 years, what happens with that sick time? How is that paid?
Insurance only.
Insurance only.
No,
So it's
how's it funded?
We
it
have
comes
to
out of
put-
the general fund. It's then it accrues as a liability against the general fund at that
One of the
point.
things that has happened in the past when people have retired, Gary was one, Tim was one. We knew basically in advance, that's why we usually like a good year notice if we can. Hey, you're retiring next year? Because then we have to actually put money into that account. We physically have to move it. Yeah.
My thoughts are to start funding that, but that's a different topic for a different time, because I think as our staff ages, and
Right.
we're seeing that in Middleton now, and even 15 years ago, they started funding that because they saw a large group of us aging up together.
Correct, correct.
So that's a different topic.
Something to think about, absolutely, but in the past, at least that's what was my understanding since 2008. That's just when that topic was discussed, of when to put that money in. Tim might remember, he was on council and finance that time too. So, yep.
I mean, that's fine. I can just let that lie for now. Section 1, no header, but second bullet point. So D1, enterprise account protection.
Where are you?
D, as in David,
Yeah,
For
1,
forfeiture of sick
bullet
sick
point
leave.
2.
Yep.
the enterprise, okay. I thought you said it had no heading. Okay, I'm with you.
Well, it had no A, B,
With C,
Right.
got it.
no
I'm with you.
paren.
That would have been nice.
That's fine.
It's okay.
It's all formatting. I had to question, a statement that because is not needed.
Oh, just take out the word because?
Yeah, I would change that to the utility.
Sure.
Just
Like
because
the top line
grammatic.
says the common council.
Correct. And I think, one more. E as in Edward. Number 2. I fundamentally disagree with this applying to Ryan. I think that's a retroactive, punitive thing. I am not certain on how, when Ryan decided to switch departments, whether city or not, I don't know how he was instructed to do such a thing.
He's also not here to comment on your comments as well, so
Right, I'm not asking.
I would caution.
That's my
against-
objection to this applying to him, because I've asked and haven't received information about how he was instructed, what the previous policy and process was for, and with Waterloo and the limited number of staff members that we do have, I mean, Middleton's 10 times the people, maybe 25 times the people. So it happens with more frequency, and they've just dealt with it more frequently. So absent an HR department, how was he advised to how he needed to do that? That's my question.
But to do what? Because
How to transfer positions,
he
or
didn't-
whatever you want to call it.
And that's okay. Chad can answer it. He didn't even do
I-
any of that. He just sent in, I quit.
He sent in his
I resigned.
letter of resignation on how he wanted to proceed
I get paid out.
and get paid out. I got that Tuesday morning. I accepted it
Tuesday night.
Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, he had changed it. Barry had come talk to me about transferring and this and that, and I said, that's out of my hands. I said, that's for the finance committee to decide, because I can't, it's in the handbook that, you leave here, the sick leave is gone, and your vacation is paid out.
And I detailed that to you all in an email with the copies of the letters, the timing of everything, and how it all went down. That was all in there.
But what wasn't in there was, did Ryan ask anybody?
No, he did not. He did not ask me, Chad, Lana, Jeannie, Charlie, you.
Or
He
in
did
his,
not ask
or in
any
his
of us.
accepted written resignation, he did not ask for that either, for a transfer.
Okay. I don't know what I don't know.
And all I know is what
We're-
I
I don't-
sent you all. Yeah.
I don't think we're hiding
But I still,
anything.
I didn't,
we're not.
I didn't suggest that you guys were
Okay.
at all. I just didn't know what had happened, who he had spoken with.
Put out my email.
Just email.
Okay.
And the conversation I had with Barry, and then Barry said he wants his transfer. I said, I can't. That's not for me to
His
decide.
initial one was, I'm resigning from the city of Waterloo DPW. These are my exact dates. I want to get paid out for my vacation and comp time. Then the next email the next day said, he said, I want to get paid for my vacation, but not my comp, and add in my sick time. So then he changed it. So then he was cherry picking what he wanted instead of just clean cut resign. Because we didn't know he was going to the utility. That was never told to us.
Right. I didn't know that
Didn't know
either.
either.
I didn't
Yep.
know if, with that email, here's my letter and this is what
These
I'm
are my
doing.
plans.
I didn't see any of that, so it's questions for me.
Thought I shared that too.
No, I think you wrote an email, but I don't think you forwarded
I can send you all of it.
the email. Well, that's not helpful for before this meeting.
I gave you this total laydown of how it went down. And the email was very simple. It was just an attachment. And Chad accepted it. I mean, it was really that simple. There was like not a lot of words, not a lot of typing went on.
All right.
Okay. All right.
That's all I had on that.
But it still begs the question, you brought up something in E. Were you just getting a clarification on how this may have affected a prior departure, or looking forward, is there a change that you,
No, I'm
asking.
fine with this going forward because it's spelled out.
okay?
I'm more of a champion for the employee. Having served in the public for 25 years and seeing the erosion of benefits and not getting bonuses, not getting ESOP, not getting, any of those other perks
Yeah, I know.
that the private sector affords, trying to entice or retain people in the public sector, things like this are I don't know, kicking the teeth kind of sometimes. It's just a chipping away and an erosion of the benefits, and I want to be a champion for the employee. I mean,
Yeah.
I talked about
Yeah.
employee welfare when I motioned to add $3,500 to fix a water fountain so they could have the chilled water. I mean, and that's minor in the grand scheme, but it is about the employees, and it's sometimes it's the little things that can make things better, as well as the big things. So I struggle with this. I understand the approach and the direction. Just for the infrequency of this happening, this seems pretty big. And that's just my opinion, so. We can,
The issue was, it did happen,
yep,
so now, like most things that ordinances or policies address are issues that happened in the past and need to be addressed, so going forward, there's rules. The only thing I would add to that is under number 2D, number 2,
number 2,
the last sentence there.
hang on, number 2 of B, as in
Yeah,
Baker,
so
or
it's under forfeiture rule,
which,
under D,
okay, D,
number 2.
Enterprise again?
okay, yep.
Forfeiture, so the last sentence there, we could alter. It kind of delineates it, because the forfeited sick leave has no cash value, shall not be paid as a lump sum amount. We could just say, add a period there and cut the rest of it off. So it shall not be transferred to or recognized by any receiving utility enterprise or account or outside employer. Doesn't really need to be in there per se, because once again, we're not recognizing any hours transferring when you leave. If you go someplace else, it's up to them. If they want to honor it and assume a liability at some point, it's totally up to them. It's not anything that the city is transferring or giving to an outside enterprise saying that this employee's owed something. It's no different than negotiating for it. There's no liability at the city. We're not taking money out of our general fund or anything to pay to an outside entity to cover that liability. It's totally on them, whoever that hiring person entity is, to take that liability on if they want to honor it. And that's much the way it was sort of explained in your thing in Middleton. They're doing the same thing.
They're moving the money though.
They're moving the money though, but other enterprises, Sun Prairie does not. So
I'm not certain about that.
it's in their handbook. It's spelled out in their
What
handbook.
handbook did you look at? I didn't find it.
Sun Prairie's handbook.
Which one? I found one from 2008.
I looked through,
Year-wise.
yeah, a couple different ones, because I think they have several different handbooks, and there's no payout on their sick time.
I've actually reached out to Sun Prairie through my new supervisor who
Yep.
used to work there, and said they transfer back and forth all the time the same way we do in Middleton, so.
If it's within an enterprise account or within the same account.
That's really the question I've
It always
asked,
has the question as to what that is.
and I'm
so.
trying to get confirmation on
Yeah.
that. And I did send you that email today, and I was not
So-
aware that you were able to have time to look at it, because it was later this afternoon when I
mean,
did get it.
We could put it in there that the employee can take his hours along with them. That's fine. It's not our liability. We don't have to pay out. We're already have set that precedence. We're not paying out for sick time.
When does it,
Unless we're changing that to say, now it is a liability and we're gonna have to change our handbook. We're gonna have to redo everything to accommodate that, including funding it, because right now it's only that 15 years and over upon retirement. So-
right, but it still accrues the whole entire time.
No, it doesn't. There's no accrual of anything. It's just a liability if
So
you
what pays
qualify.
out? How do you calculate what pays out?
You don't until the person retires and he's qualified. Then it accrues as against your account.
You did that with
I don't
Joel.
know I don't follow that. That
Kelly,
doesn't,
Kelly can
doesn't
talk
make
about it, because
sense.
she had that with Joel.
Yeah.
Maximum sick hours, and then it was taken by his last amount earned and then used it that way. And he's just finished up, this November, he'll finish up using all of it.
But my question is, when does that clock start saving those hours or documenting those
It's
hours?
in your budget, isn't it? Isn't that how Lana did it? Did you have to budget for his retirement?
Yes.
So
Yes.
until that money runs out, she has to put it in the budget.
But what's the number?
What she just said, that's how you figure it out.
No, how many hours? What's the number?
1,080 hours.
How do you get to 1,080 hours? You
That's
just
what it
work-
says, that's
wait,
our handbook. That's what our handbook
So
says.
you just worked 15
No,
years?
You get 8 hours per
Right.
every,
So
Yeah.
you accrue 8 hours
Yep.
every year, every month.
Got
every
you.
other.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
driving
trying to
at.
get.
That's what I'm driving at.
Okay.
When does the clock start and how do you start counting that up? Because you could take your sick time as fast as you earn it. Or,
Some people do.
and that's
They
fine,
do.
and that's fine.
Right.
But you could also not.
Correct.
Yep.
So you accrue it,
But if you don't, there's no liability in the city's general fund for any monies.
Right.
There's no reset clause or anything else like vacation or carried over comp time or all that kind of stuff.
But-
That does have monetary value. The only time it accrues as a monetary value is when they retire.
After 15.
And that's state statute.
15.
That's
and you
state
reach
statute.
15 years,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's state statute, and we can't change that. We can't be more restrictive.
Right, but you're still recording and documenting the number.
Because
You could
we
probably go
have
in
to
there-
in case of that
Right.
fact, right?
Right. That's all I'm trying to
So
say. Is so
someone
you're,
that leaves here with 10 years, they don't qualify, nor do we owe them any money for that.
agreed.
So what's your problem with it then?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay,
I just don't understand why that couldn't transfer. Why, if that was a request, it couldn't.
One, because it's not in the handbook. It's not written that it does. It is written, and that's all we can go by, and that was the lawyer's comment at the beginning. All we can go by is what's written in the handbook now. Sick time only is paid out at time of retirement.
But it still accrues.
That's fine, but that's irrelevant to how the handbook is written, and that's what we have to go by. The handbook says sick time is only to be used for retirement, period. He resigned.
After retirement.
Correct, when you
Correct.
retire after 15 years, so that's the handbook. I didn't write it, that's what's in it.
I didn't write it either. Well before Richard.
Yes, well, we have a lot to do in that fun little handbook.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another whole nother meeting for that one.
So-
Or 28.
What would you like to do? I mean, right now, we only have one, taking the word because out of the document. Do we want to review it one more time before next council, because it's not on tomorrow's agenda, so it would be coming back on the 20th.
Which
right?
would also be finance committee meeting.
Correct, if we wanted to readjust it, we could just, defer this to the next meeting, or we could,
I think that's a good idea.
I would recommend, I would motion to defer this until the August 20th Finance Committee meeting.
is there actionable reasons to defer?
I want more time.
I don't know if I need to do something, you're doing something.
I kind of want to wait on the feelers I have out to see what the consistency and difference might be. And I may end up, agreeing with this, but I would like some more time to go over this more thoroughly and try to fully understand and vet it just a little bit more. I don't think there's any urgency to do this. The decision has already been made for Ryan. If nobody's pending, then I think there's no reason to rush it. But that's just my motion, is to defer until the 20th to the Finance Committee
And maybe
again.
you'll get something back from Bill too.
Housel will second.
Got a motion and a second to defer. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next item. Administrative Deputy Assistant's job description. Let's see.
So the deputy clerk only ever had a job posting. Never really had an actual, just individual piece of paper that says job description. So now we took out the posting and left the rest of the job description.
Well, we'll
So-
chip away at it.
Yeah. So what Bill had told me, because with the next thing after this is confirming Denise's as the interim clerk treasurer, just like we've done many times before with other people. He asked what her deputy duties were, and I said, well, she is a deputy clerk treasurer. So she can do things with elections, she can do certain things in Jeannie's absence, same thing with the treasurer, she has certain duties that she can do. And he said, what's her job description? I told him. He said, the only thing you need to do is change it to call her a deputy clerk treasurer administrative assistant. We had to add those two words into it. That's it, it's the only thing that changed. So at the moment, we're not changing her job, we're not doing anything else, she's doing what is on here, what she was hired for. But we have to do this step first to approve the job description, which is what commentary has been before, that it's never come here before. I didn't have to do that, but I want to do that. I want to be consistent going forward with everything we do. So this is the job description, and then after that, we can go into the confirmation, but this has to get reviewed first. With the date and everything,
Oh.
right? We're getting really fancy.
Do you have your,
I do, I got it.
Cards.
Yeah.
Do you wanna-
It was all the same. I just made the edits in the packet, so I just opened my spare packet.
okay, do you want to go through your
Sure.
edits?
What you got?
'Cause
Your impact. The first sentence, you will be expected to own assigned processes. I don't like own.
Okay, what do you want it to say?
Be responsible for, manage.
You are expected to be responsible. How do you want it worded? Did you change it?
I just put be responsible for question mark instead of, I put own question mark, be responsible for as a suggestion. It doesn't necessarily need to go there, but I don't like own. I just,
I can agree with be
too harsh.
responsible for.
That's fine.
yeah,
Some words get people and other ones don't. Like I like the word moist. People get really offended when I say that.
right. I mean, you're going to show ownership for your responsibilities, your processes,
That's fine.
your assigned tasks, whatever. I thought be
Somehow
responsible
reword it
for.
with
Be
responsible.
responsible for. You will be expected to be responsible for assigned processes and have the ability to drive process improvements, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So,
I feel better about that.
Be responsible
Okay.
for.
And it's a little grammatical thing. It just isn't.
Doesn't bother me in the least. Perfectly fine.
And then what you will be doing, bullet point 3, which is The third one, not
Okay.
a numbered one.
Yep.
Proficient daily use of Microsoft applications and other online applications to effectively carry out department operations.
I have a problem with all the capitalization for every
This is how
word.
the darn
I
job
know.
description posting was.
Yeah,
I didn't
know.
correct
It's
any of
like,
that.
why is all these?
I don't know. I didn't do
Word, Microsoft Word will put all of those capitalized because it's like a name.
it. Oh, in the Office 360 line?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all. You can't even get rid of it. I think online applications to effectively carry out, none of that needs to be capitalized.
I don't know why it is either. Honestly, I
Right.
never even noticed it was doing that.
Sometimes things just do
Yeah,
that. But it seems
more,
all the way through.
There's more when
It
you
is,
go
it
all the way
is.
It's like
through
almost
that.
every word is capitalized. It seems silly, but whatever. My bigger issue is carry out. I don't know if carry out is the word I would use.
To effectively
Do.
just,
Manage assigned operations or something to that effect. Just
effectively manage. Is
Yep.
that what- just manage, just take the words carry out and manage?
um,
Does that make sense?
no,
No, what do you want?
take out, carry out, and change manage manage assigned department operations. Because that goes back to the original one of assigned processes.
Department task.
Carry out, change it to manage assigned.
Yes,
And then do you want
that's
that-
my suggestion. That's not a want. It's just
Don't care that. I honestly have no problem with any of that. But do you want Office, Outlook, Word, do you want all of that in caps? Are we gonna get picky about the caps and the lower cases and I just
Those
need
are-
to know what you want.
those are going to stay.
Those are names.
Those are names. They'll have to stay
Okay.
because it's like a proprietary thing.
Okay,
But the rest, I think we could.
write it as a normal sentence?
Yeah, it just with normal
That's fine.
typeface.
Okay,
I mean,
that's fine.
that one doesn't give me
It's
much heartburn
formatting.
at all.
Just it's a formatting thing, that's fine.
Right.
Do you want to do that for all the bullet points?
Yeah. In general, anything that
Yeah,
just make it a regular sentence structure, regular
it can
grammatical.
still be a bullet, doesn't have to have a period and all that stuff, it's just the first word can be capitalized, the P or whatever, just, yeah, that's fine. I'm with you, I don't have a problem with that.
And then I don't know if you want a resolution to accept the.
We can make it into a
It's a,
resolution.
I don't.
It's non-monetary, but a resolution can be used for multiple things, which is what I've been trying to be consistent with, so that there's always a way to trace it.
I'm fine so long as the footer.
Yes.
It
those
remains-
well, we have to put the proper footer in it, that doesn't mean this is right, it's just there.
As long as there's a footer that says when it
Where
was
it's-
done,
Oh, not necessarily where it's stored,
Well, that's fine too, to be quite honest.
because that's what
but
that is.
It won't matter. You won't find a paper one. You're going to find an electronic one with it.
Yeah.
But at least the documentation of when this happened, either by resolution or by dating the.
Gabe's got the resolutions down.
That's an old Mo
Thing.
thing, and we've been deleting those as we've been going.
The footers?
Yeah, because it doesn't
Just
mean they're
'cause
there.
Yeah, you can't get there from outside the
You
office.
click on that, you can't get it.
Yeah. So we've been.
But it would at least alert somebody of where to go.
Well, we should just have
Internally,
normal file.
yes,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
externally.
Job description,
Well, there should be a whole
HR.
folder specifically for JDs,
yeah.
but I'm not running the network. That's all I
We'll
had
get
on
there.
that.
Did
We'll
you have
get
a
there.
question about the elections and early voting?
No, Charlie pointed out that I read it too
Okay.
fast and missed it.
Okay.
What happened?
Election administration.
Yeah, I said, what about election and early voting as office management, office
Yeah,
hands?
that's in there. It's like the
But
fifth
it's
one
but it's
from the
already
bottom.
in there. I missed it.
I know that, I can't stop seeing all the capitalized either.
Once you see it, you can't
No, I
unsee
can't not
it.
see it. I never even paid any attention to that.
Okay,
That's
so motion to approve this with the one wording change
two.
Two sections.
or two section changes, which are minor.
Yep.
Should hold that up.
Nope. I will move to approve that with the edits I we agreed upon.
Hasley will second.
Yay.
Motion and second. Those in favor to send this to council, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Now the resolution that actually does the
Yes.
renaming
Yeah.
of Denise's position as the interim clerk treasurer.
Okay.
That's the one that includes the rate increase of 10% that you recommended or brought forward last
Suggested,
time,
yeah.
or suggested.
You guys voted on it.
That seems fair.
Yep. So if there's no other changes to that, I will make the motion to send that also to council.
Wired will second.
Motion is second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Resolution 2640, Chief Warner's vacation and comp time. You will see in the packet the chief's request to, once again, this is the second year in a row, correct?
Yes.
That due to staffing, he was unable to use his accrued vacation and comp time. As past practice, he's brought that to the council's attention and we have approved his payout request. So this is the payout request. The resolution is blank on the number of comp time and vacation hours, but unless someone has anything different on how we should pay that out, he's requesting 128 hours of accrued and unused vacation time and 40 of his 80 hours of accrued comp time.
Yeah. Outside of having enough staff that he gets to enjoy some vacation time, I see no reason not to approve this. So I'll move to approve resolution 2026-40.
With the recommended, or the asked
With the
for
requested
hours. The requested hours.
128 and 40
128,
respectively.
It was
Wasn't it?
80
128,
and 80.
Payout 128 accrued.
No,
no, 128 and 40.
that's what I thought the request was, 128 and 40.
Payout
It's right here.
of 40 hours
40.
of the
This
80
is
hours.
the second
of
one.
comp.
128 and 40 is what you're
It's
saying.
the
Oh,
second
40,
page.
okay.
Yep.
That's why we left it blank, because we didn't know what you guys wanted to do, so it was your choice to put it in there.
He knows the schedule, he knows his staff. I have
That's
no
fine.
objection to his decision-making process.
Hasley will second.
Oslight second, motion and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 2027 budget outlook discussion.
Not pretty.
It's, yeah,
We have a negative net new construction.
yeah.
I
So,
question that.
So do I.
I know departments, several have been submitted thus far for our look. In my view, some are probably still working on those. We have yet to have meetings. I know Gabe was working on theirs tonight, I believe, or at least you got it out there, you proved it, so we will have those numbers to look at. So that said, last year, we had a deficit. We had to take out a fund balance to balance the budget. This year, we've had two successful union negotiations for both the fire department and the police department patrol officers. So those will come to bear in 2027 as well. So with that being known, there's probably going to be some impact on how wages are going to have to be impacted as well. Inflation, all these things that have all happened. As the mayor has stated, unfortunately, our net new construction, the preliminary numbers that we just received were actually worse than we were last year. So we
Right.
lost them. somehow.
It is being reviewed with Baker, or excuse me, Alan, our assessor, Emily, our temp, and Jesus, I can't spit the name out. Ellers,
Yeah.
Let's spit it out. Ellers are looking at all of that and making sure the numbers are right, because it has to be certified by the 7th. Because if it's not correct, then
Certified
then
by
it
who?
you have to send something into the DOR to
Yep.
say by August 7th that this is correct. If it's not correct, then you have until the 14th to resubmit the numbers. Because that's what they'll go ahead and process then.
So by Friday.
Yes, so they are all working on it.
It seems impractical that happened.
We're the only one that I've seen.
The only thing that, and it's happened before, because I asked him about, not necessarily to us, but I asked, obviously Ellers, I'm like, has this ever happened before? And a lot of it has to do with if you tear down a building. But we did tear down McKay, the old office building that had very little tax worthiness to it. But that was completely offset by putting the assisted living back on the tax roll.
But did that actually happen?
Yeah, that all happened at the same time.
No. When did that happen? Was that in 25?
Yes.
It went on, but did it go?
Actually, did McKay get taken down in 24 or 25?
25.
Because that would make a big difference too.
It's the timing of the end of the
Yeah.
year. And,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I'm
when
not
McKay
sure.
was down.
Yeah. I don't want to speculate, but.
Yeah, that could already
I
hit.
do know the date, I just
We
don't
don't
have it
know.
with me.
Right.
But
Yeah.
for whatever reason, we're not,
Here too, but it could have been.
we weren't anticipating to see any more potential revenue by construction, and that's bearing true. So we may even lose some revenue at the state. Budgets are going to be tight. Operating budgets are going to be tight, and there's going to be probably cuts to balance out against wages, unfortunately. Short of cutting services, which is usually the second option. So keep that in mind when the department heads, at least when you're going through your budgets and putting that together. There's always the want, and hopefully, maybe some of that gets included or not, but just be cognizant is we don't want to be in a position like we are every year to be the hammer at the end. We want to really work with you and try to dial stuff in, knowing where we are positioned right now. There's a lot of construction contemplated, working on. We're hopeful that we may even break ground for some new construction this year. But with that said, it's still going to be several years before we see the benefit. So we're going to be looking at just about every trick that, working with Casey at Ellers right now, where the mayor and I have been in multiple discussions with him this past week on budget. We've signed them to help us work through our budget and help us formulate the budget, since we do not have a full-time treasurer here at this point. So we're not experts in how to do this, but we're going to try to do our best. So patience and any help that you can give. Anybody else have any comments that they want to add on to that? Questions? Clear as mud. So the outlook isn't very pleasant, but we'll get through it. First things that we usually do are the capital. As you can get these submitted, we will be looking at, hopefully by the end of the night here, looking at who's been submitted already and where the status is, and we'll be setting up the rest of the dates. We do have some dates kind of penciled in on the calendar for the rest of the month, as long as they work in. I don't know if I've shared that with everyone or not. We got that someplace. We've talked about it several times already, but I don't know if it actually made it to our calendar. Probably not yet. So.
On like the back of the calendar for, I
Yeah.
don't think we got one in
Did
this
you
packet.
pencil it in, Richard, on your calendar?
I do. Crap, I left it it
Yeah.
on
Oh, no,
my desk.
on my phone calendar I did.
Yep, I did too, and I left it at my desk. I'm gonna grab my calendar too, because I
Well,
do have it written up.
I
Oh,
have-
actually, did I write it on this one?
17, 18. Today, the
Right.
17th and the 18th.
17th and 18th, and
12th,
possibly-
12th was a potential as well.
Yeah, and the 12th was a potential.
So 12, 17, and 18 from today.
I'm gonna grab that quick.
So 5, 12, 17th, and 18th, you had a commitment on one, so we'll see how many we can get in.
If we can make the
We'll wedge a
18th
few.
short, I would
Yeah.
appreciate it. I've got another meeting.
And we're early in the process, so it might be a big ask if there's a department that can't get it put together and we have to push till later in the month or into early September, that's fine. We usually do this end of August into early September anyhow, but knowing that this committee's gonna be involved with hiring, we're gonna be spending extra meetings just worrying about finding candidates and vetting candidates for 2 key positions, so this is double duty for us. It's already going to be a strain.
It is what it is. Let's roll.
All right? That said, we'll go into capital planning. Did everyone get a chance to look at their capital plan and review the expenses for 2027 that were projected last year that we kind of settled on by the end of the year? This was dated 10/8 of 2025. It's was once again calculated a few months ago by Ellers again to judge the numbers on how things looked at that time based off of those numbers. And so far, we're okay. So, fire, I guess you're at the top. What is your outlook? Do you have proposed changes in 2027 or further out? Additions, subtractions?
We don't have any proposed changes for 27. We are gonna have to look at the ladder truck. It's not gonna last until 31, so until we get those numbers for a refurb possibly for you, but it's not gonna last as is to 31.
Will you have those this year? Will you have an idea, or is it gonna take till spring before
Hopefully
you?
within the next couple of weeks. And then, this year, currently, we are not gonna purchase the SCBA tanks for 50,000. That was funded or earmarked for this year.
You're gonna wait and see if the grant covers it?
Yeah.
When do you think you'll know on a grant?
End of this month.
End of this month, did you say?
31st is they're making announcements.
Okay.
End of the month, mid-September, usually you'll end up knowing.
I would just leave it in there for now as a placeholder.
So, yeah, we were taking that out of computer aids. If we end up not using that, that's generally money that we usually earmark for capital. So we will probably have to make a decision on if we carry that over, depending on what happens with the grant. It's gonna go a long ways to some of your other things. So you're still saying, I mean, the 330, hopefully if we get a grant that covers most of that, it's gonna free a lot more up, and that's gonna change things. And as we see those numbers, we can start fudging stuff around. Maybe we can afford something as far as apparatus wise a little bit earlier instead. I mean, most of the stuff's gonna be general obligation. We're gonna go out for loans to pay for it, but it also pays into how the townships are gonna be able to afford it as well, so.
Yeah, we'll have to, kind of get the confirmation on the replacement of a tender, just due to the amount of years that it's built out. So we'll have to start, well, if it's gonna be, hopefully that tender lasts till 29. If so, we if that's where it's gonna be, we have to basically sign a contract this year to get it built in 29.
Okay. So if we know in a month that the SCBA, if we do get a grant for that amount, you're looking at around, I mean, if we save the SCBA tanks back over, that's a lot lower, 230. I mean, are you still gonna get a brush truck at least purchased? I mean, it's not gonna be built, I imagine, for a while, but,
Brush truck, we should be able to build next year, it should be completely built next year. Brush trucks aren't that far out. Larger, heavy pieces of apparatus are.
yeah. Okay. All depends on the grant.
And the only change that we would have were, starting to replace our Lucas's, in 2032.
Help me out with what that is.
It's a device that does compressions.
Okay.
We've got 2 of them donated to us by truck, and that's what we currently have. But they'll be coming up for replacement around about 2032, 2033.
Do they wear out? I mean, do you use them a lot, or are there, because I've seen the display you had that one time at the fire department.
Yeah, they eventually wear out. It's all technology, so
Of
it's
course.
like anything else.
Yeah.
It starts breaking out, and then they're not carrying parts and that, so it's just one of those pieces of equipment that is up there.
And we have 2, so we can have one in each ambulance?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hard to gauge where that's gonna be, but, at some point spitball and put some numbers in the spreadsheet, and then we'll get that to Ellers to update the sheet. Anything else?
For capital projects, no. No, that's about it. Everything that we've got lined out is, with the exception of the ladder truck, and then find out the numbers on that. That's where everything is dropped in. We've got some stuff pushed back from 25 and 26, 26 and 27. So I wouldn't be looking at changing anything that different than what you sent out.
If there's a refurb, what year are you thinking?
It would probably be close to 28, in 28, and then refurb in 28.
Do we know what we have on those trucks in the vehicle? You've got a $200,000 brush truck and an $80,000 commercial vehicle.
That's supposed to be a command vehicle.
The command one, is it that replacing the burgundy one?
Yeah.
Are you just gonna sell that, or what are you gonna do with that thing?
Sell it, or we can use it as a inspector car. Inspector school car. We've got a lot of people going to school that are driving their own vehicles.
So we're doing gas reimbursements for them?
Mileage probably.
But is it still usable that you have to get rid of it?
No, we wouldn't have to get rid of it.
But then why do we need a new one though?
To upgrade what we currently have. Right now, it's starting to nickel and dime us, and it's only gonna get worse.
Well, that's why I'm wondering why we'd want to keep it if it's gonna keep, because then we still gotta pay for it. If it's gonna nickel and dime us to keep it, either way,
Yeah,
we're keeping it.
It's a conversation we gotta have, because
Yeah.
right now, we're not expanding any department's equipment per se. I mean, we've done a few things for DPW in the past that's been labor savers, where we've expanded equipment, but having extra, which leads to other conversations
And
regarding
insurance, and
Insurance
there's a
and
lot more to it, yeah.
whether we were selling the third ambulance and where that resides, and we have to make a decision on that kind of stuff, but sometimes they're nice things to have, but if we're not utilizing them and they're getting older and older and it doesn't work in our plan, we just can't keep it around, just to keep it around either.
And the brush truck,
The brush truck.
we have an old one,
We have a 2001, yeah.
and that's the one you want to get rid of, or what do you want to do with that one?
That would probably be, they wanted to, the idea was to use that as a utility vehicle for the department.
Reuse, that's another reuse.
Right.
Then we're keeping more on the insurance too. Getting a new one and then keeping the old stuff, so we have to look at that. What we're gonna be able to afford to do.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Library? Kelly? Sorry to see you hobbling around. That's what's going around in my house too. My wife had her knee replaced a little over a month ago, so.
I tore my root, meniscus root, so.
Oh,
That
no.
sounds painful.
Yeah, right? Wish I had a knee replacement, actually, it's easier than this one.
Have a blade.
Yeah. A little bit easier, I should say. We're pretty much the same. I'm just gonna go down in my computers from that 24 to only 1,000, because we updated quite a few this year we were able to, so.
Good.
And then we were gonna put out the security systems to 2028 because we have masonry work that we need done on the front columns out front, and the quotes that I'm getting back were like 3,500 right now, so we had 5,000 on that, so, but most of that'll most likely just come out of our fund balances, so.
Okay.
So, security system, 28 you said?
Yeah.
So it's just basically $6,000 then out of your fund balance, is it? All right.
We have the library Wi-Fi that needs updating, it's 2017, but right now we're not having any issues with it, and I don't want to mess with it, so I don't know. I'll talk to Taylor Computers about it, but it's on there. I don't know if we'll actually.
Right, being you have the fund balance,
Yes.
it's something that if you take it off and move it out a year and then it goes haywire in 27, you've got the funds to be able to approve it and do it.
Yes.
And they keep, I mean, the Wi-Fi is on its own separate network, so it's, I mean, if someone hacked into your Wi-Fi network, it's only gonna affect those users that are probably on it. It's not affecting your systems at that point. Yeah. Be inconvenienced until you get it up and running, but
Yeah, yeah.
I get it. What's that?
It's in but livable.
But yeah. Everybody's complaining about their cell phone data, depending on what provider they're in town. It's up and down and all over the place, so. Okay. Any other questions from anybody else? Moving on, parks, Gabe.
Bunch of changes. Our Squidski field lighting went down. Chad and I did a small inspection of our ceiling in the upper pavilion. We think we're losing a lot of money. The EC unit isn't keeping up anymore. But I think there's some discussions to be had about what to do, and how to go about it, whether it's how to pay for it anyways. But those would be the changes for 2027 is the upper pavilion ceiling, the Sklitsky field lighting, utilities did get it working again. Right now the placeholder is at 150, but looking at estimated costs without getting an actual quote, you're more looking at $250,000 to replace that field lighting. Utility says that if it splits one more time, they're not fixing it anymore.
So that's a new entry that wasn't on the original one, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's why I said the email the other day saying, sorry, Charlie, I gotta change.
Yeah, it's been a week trying to. I was like,
Yeah, so it is what it is. Fenner had said at utilities that they believe that the wire going through the ground is they projected about 50 years old. And it's basically just breaking apart, it's just crumbling.
We looked at it to find out if it would have been something
Insurance,
catastrophic,
yeah.
that insurance, but they found the splice.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So, I mean, it's good news, but at the same time.
But and then the other changes was things just moved down. Just were
Out.
yeah,
But that's not updated on here, is it?
No.
Okay.
no, it's
So
not.
that's what
updated.
you sent.
so really,
That's what I sent the other day.
yeah. So you're going to make some additional changes of that and then resubmit it. We can look at it again at some point.
Yeah.
Because obviously, maybe some of these that are on 2026 aren't going to get completed. And
Everything's gonna be done.
so everything that's in green here for 26,
Yeah. Right now, we're doing the painting of the outer buildings is actually happening right now.
cool.
The Toro Sand Pro should be here any day. They said in the next couple of weeks. So then all we'll have left is we're just waiting for Jeffrey with the finish up the lower pavilion and then the upper pavilion closet.
So you had 40,000 for upper pavilion ceiling. You're saying that you may revamp that and push that out, or do 40?
That's there on 2027 now.
So this is in 27. Is that going to be enough, or are you looking to revise that too?
We revised it to
Yeah.
150, and that's where I think we should have some conversations.
Let's get ceiling here. So originally, the ceiling was just gonna get replaced. Like, we thought roughly 40,000, which was kind of low, but now with
There's
what's
asbestos,
going on with.
there's new insulation that needs to be done. Chad's been thinking that we need to 18 inches to 24 inches, so it covers the ductwork.
So it's all in the ceiling.
Right now, they just got bad insulation laying in the trusses. And then they got the insulated duct pipe, which is the black flexible duct pipe, so 2-inch insulation, they got that laying on top of the trusses. So the furnaces are in the middle of the building. You're trying to push air 70 feet across the building with an added temperature of probably 120 degrees. By the time it's getting there, it's warmed up to where, it's uncomfortable, and then when it gets hotter out during the day, the temperature in the attic rises. And
Yeah, so what's happening is, like at the auction this past week, they come into the building at 72 degrees. In the morning, it's still 72 degrees, but then once that roof starts heating up,
Doors open. People
they
come
actually
in
kept
there.
the doors closed on Wednesday because I wanted them to be like, hey, prove to me this is happening. And by the time 1 o'clock hit, it was 76 degrees and there's only 4 guys in there.
And the air's running
And
nonstop.
the air is just constantly
Right.
playing.
We just have a heating and air issue with everything, don't we, Dave?
Well,
Is your vent working now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so far.
when they
I had him open it.
when they put a building up in 1912, they weren't thinking about sound insulation
Or air conditioning.
Air
It was all
conditioning.
screens, everything.
Right, it was just
or that's why when you stand upstairs, you can hear people talking downstairs.
No insulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
so he knew this was gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
So that's why I think probably some conversations with Ellers and stuff like that to see.
But so far, like next year, you're still, the 150 will cover whatever you think is gonna be.
That's why
done.
we put the upper pavilion ceiling in there, and we're quote unquote hoping the Sklitsky field lighting
Yep,
Survives a while.
survives a while.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause that's, so then will you not be doing anything with the lower pavilion counter or the fence?
That moved down to 2028. We moved that down to 2028, and then we put the lighting in 2029, and then we moved everything else in 2029. We just moved everything down.
The lighting was how much again?
We held it at 150, but it also depends on like what we're going to
What
do.
you're gonna need.
If we keep the poles, it'll be around 125. But if Barry's suggestion was if we were going to replace the lighting and the new lighting would have to be retrofitted. Barry suggested if we're doing that and running new lines, he would suggest new poles. If you do that, the cost is going to be well above 150.
So the lighting isn't on this document,
No.
right? Okay, so we gotta add lighting, got it. And that is for 2028 as well,
2029.
2029. Hopefully it'll last that long.
Yep, 29.
And what were you plugging in, 250, 300? What were you plugging in? What number?
150, right?
Like if you
Right.
If
It's
you
a
look it
range.
up, and yeah, there's a range. So like new lighting, if you have existing poles, they've now come up with it where you can retrofit new LED lighting on your existing poles. But with that, they're also not saying that you have 50-year-old wiring.
Right, so no matter what, we still gotta fix the wires.
So, and that's why Barry says if you're gonna do all that, you might as well put up new poles.
And these are just the basic.
He says the last time they changed a pole was the one on the first baseline. What, 5 years ago?
5, 6 years ago, yeah.
And then the time before that, the last time they changed one of the poles out was one of the outfield fence poles by the scoreboard in 1992.
These are just your basic telephone.
These are just a basic telephone pole.
Yeah, but they're 6,500.
Yeah, they're big ones.
Huge.
No, I understand, but I'm sure it's cheaper than getting something metal.
Yes, so we still could retrofit to these poles. It was just Barry's suggestion that if you're gonna run all this rewiring and stuff like that, you might as well just get new poles. So we would have a decision to make.
Yep.
That's fine.
And
2029.
the wiring would have to probably be bored because otherwise you're going to be fixing a baseball field again
Get bored in the pole.
into the
On the
ground.
ground, underneath the
Plus,
irrigation.
we have our sprinkler system, we have our tile system. So we're gonna have to figure all that out.
We got kind of a general consensus idea of where the tiles are.
Yeah. But the sprinkler system was well
Well, the
before
tiles
us, so we
isn't-
have no idea.
Isn't the tiles what Sklitsky's just redid?
Yeah, they'll have a map for us.
They gave me a map.
Okay.
you know, from their GPS when they
Sure.
put it in.
It doesn't mean it hasn't moved or.
But as far as the sprinkler system, all I
Spring-
can tell you is they cut through it 3 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can tell you where the sprinklers are at. But I mean, that was put in the late 90s, well before us.
Okay. Thanks, Gabe.
I was happy listening to Kelly.
I know, Kelly's was easy.
All right. Police Department.
Maybe.
looks like we have a taser, cameras, and a squad car.
So, the tasers, we got a generous donation last year, and we're able to pay for that. They're every 5 years.
Yeah,
Good.
and then we just had,
Taser instructor.
unfortunately, we just had to replace one this year because there was something wrong with it and Taser couldn't fix it, so that came out of this year's budget, unfortunately.
Happens. So,
So it's a new process for us. Lieutenant Bollig and I have been working on this for a week and a half and looking at all the different things. Everything has gone up exponentially, just like
yep,
It does.
every other department. There's some things that we can discuss when it comes to the patrol car. Because the last one came a lot later based on not getting the bids in or whatever the confusion was.
That's the ask.
bid
Yeah, that's the
cancellation,
answer.
Yeah,
right?
whatever it was for that. Probably the two biggest things that we have to consider right now, one is a hot box, is the body wearable cameras. They're really expensive. They've gone up exponentially again.
My quotes that I'm getting are anywhere from 71,000 to 90,000 for a 5-year contract. And a lot of that is going to cloud service for the storage of media. There's not a body cam system out there that doesn't use cloud now.
We've cut out, and that's cutting out the extra $20,000 that they want to try and upsell you for AI.
Right.
Those are, for us, they're a great tool. Accountability not only for the officers, the safety that comes with that, the liability of what really happened. You know, we'll take the latest event in Madison. They didn't have them. Now they're scrambling to get them, and they're going to be paying a lot of money for as many officers as they have. There are other departments that are getting away from them based on redaction and time and cost of what do I want to say? The storage, but now with a lot of them, save a few, they're doing unlimited cloud storage. As of last year, they were still charging you exponentially or a lot for cloud storage based on a 3-year or 5-year, depending on where you're gonna, how long we're gonna be retention was. Then you got the 120 days that a lot of your traffic stops and stuff. Whatever you go with, it's what you're gonna wanna have for the next 15, 20 years. Because even if you decided at the end of the 5 years to get rid of it, you're gonna have to pay for the storage to hold on to it.
Fortunate thing is storage is getting cheaper, but technology
Yeah.
with the more bells and whistles and things that come along with that, they can charge premium prices for that, unfortunately. But yeah, we're building data centers all over the place to store information,
Well,
but
yeah.
that's where we are in society right now, so we can, yes, we
So
can
like
definitely
anything, there are
up
pros
that.
and cons to them. It's something that we can talk about. And again, the prices that are on here from last year, or if not before that. And we have been told by several vendors that you better lock it in now, because come 2027, mid-January, it's gonna skyrocket again.
No, just fix it out.
I think they gave an average of 5 to 8%, if not more.
Yep.
And then, as you said, the AI stuff, if you get into that, it's gonna shoot it up even more. Squad car is something that, as I said, it can be discussed more later. We could kinda get by with going without one for a year, but we're gonna be reaching that. I was brought to understand that it's always been the practice of getting a new squad car at around 80,000 miles.
It seems, well, since I've been on finance, it seems like it's been every other year. And that's
Well,
just
I'm just telling
just
you,
sort of been,
That's
the
what it
turnover
was.
ratio has been every other year. We've made it.
In the 3 years that I've been working with Chief Sorensen, that was always that 80,000 mile mark.
Yep.
The primary squad right now will be reaching that this time next year.
So currently it's at 43,000 miles, we average 3,000 miles a month, 36,000 a year. So math tells us we're just right on
Yeah.
80,000 at this time next year, so either by the end of next year or early 2028, we've gotta get rid of it.
So it's still, I mean, you have
We've only got one in here.
You have one in there for 53, so I mean, we should keep that in there.
That's the price of the squad.
Right,
That's not the other $7,000 to $10,000 that it would take to change it over, and then again.
lettering and all
As
that
soon
other
as-
stuff that goes
well,
along with it.
lettering- Yeah, the lettering isn't as bad as all the stuff that is gonna go into it. Because the other thing that we were informed in retrofitting the ones this year is that 27, 28 Ford and all the other vendors are changing their interiors, changing these things. We had to buy different lighting for the unmarked because now Ford has got the big camera in front, and they had to switch out all those different lightings for that. And those, again, aren't getting cheap, plus you're looking at, they're charging a labor fee of about 50 to 60 bucks an hour, just on labor and installation.
Yeah,
That's cheap. I bet it's $1.25.
What's that?
I bet it's $1.25.
I mean, are you thinking that has to go up closer to like 65?
You're
Yeah,
probably close to that, probably
Yeah.
60, 65.
I mean, that's what we're looking for, realistic numbers. I mean,
Realistically, I think we put in the, because I did send
My view budget?
these things to you.
Oh, I didn't
The
see
ones that I
those.
have,
Yeah.
capital stuff.
you would not believe my inbox the
Oh,
last
I
week.
know that. I'm just letting you know, we did take the time and we went through everything and we sent it out to you.
Okay.
The retirement's coming soon.
The,
Retire to spend more
27
time.
days, Jen, 27 days.
It's been trying, because trying to do 2 jobs right now.
the squad computers, I know they're slated for 5 years. You can leave them at that, but computers are another one of those things. You add the fact that they're in a squad car, they're rattling around, hot, cold, hot, cold. The last one, these ones before this that we just changed to the new ones this year, we were piecemealing them together the last year just to keep them going. So I think realistically, you're looking at probably 3 to 4 years for replacement on the squad computers.
So squad computers, you had 18.5 this year, so
Yeah.
you're saying another 4 years.
And I don't know how much, I can't even realistically tell you what a computer is gonna be in 4 years.
I would spitball like a 25, and hopefully you get it for that at that point.
I mean, just for those, I shopped around and luckily, our IT guy said, why don't you look at Dell, and Dell gave us a heck of a deal
Yeah,
for those.
and you're always gonna have to be prepared to change brands,
Yeah.
whatever makes
Yep.
sense, because most of the baseline hardware is made by the same company, you know, chipsets are pretty universal these days,
What
but,
else does he have on there for? Yeah, those were our two biggest expenses. We do have a couple other small things that we can discuss when it comes to that.
Okay.
time. Everything else we've done this year, I've been able to find it in the budget.
appreciate that. This is, like I said, this is capital, so some of the stuff we look at ways to afford it and what we can afford to borrow, so on and so forth. It's sort of a separate exercise than operating monies that go against tax levy. This is sort of a different thing. And we're also looking at ways with Ellers on how to balance all this a little bit better and give us some wiggle room has just yet to be seen. So
all of these sheets that you added, these were things that we used to do years ago. I don't even know if we still.
This is what I was shown to do the last 2 years.
Yeah. I don't think you even
I
fill.
did get
Why is
a
everybody
spreadsheet from Gabe, and we went over it real quick, and I sent that as well,
Yeah, the spreadsheet's fantastic.
if you say so.
Yeah. Well, I'm not happy with the numbers. I just simply meant that
Right.
then it's one document. So we used to do this years ago. I don't think we did any of these sheets like this these last couple of years.
I haven't done one since.
So I don't know how.
Yeah. And that's
Again, I
okay
was
that you
never-
did
I
it.
was never in on that part of it when
Yeah.
he sent it in.
All of these
He
things.
always
That was
had
all
me-
part of his packet.
oh yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
He always
Right.
had me do
Remember
these, and then
Yeah.
he took it and did whatever, and
Yeah.
I know that there were some things that he didn't put in there
Sure.
last year that should have been
Yep.
put in.
Yep. Yeah, I think doing the spreadsheet, doing the My View, having a big document like this that everybody is on it is a good thing. Because we can
Yeah,
take
the-
your spreadsheet and cut and paste it into this and,
Yeah, we figured out the budget part of it between the two of us on the My View.
yeah.
For
Good.
the full budget part of it. Now, the capital, that was
That's
a
all
whole
right.
a whole new animal that
Right.
someone's gonna have to sit down and go, all right,
Right.
Barney,
Yep.
here you go.
We'll get there.
No, appreciate it.
We will get there.
We will have in-depth going over your operational budget and that kind of stuff, and we'll, if we get enough help with our staff and we get kind of above water here, we can start dialing in some of what, because we know union contract, what that's gonna be, and then we can start dialing in some of those numbers and what benefits and longevity and all that stuff that kind of
We
needs
already
to be
went through it.
filled out, so. Yeah.
Several days.
Yeah, and I did notice, in one of your line items, I think it was regarding healthcare and the HRA plan, you had added as a separate line item, and that was
We
the
were-
question whether we were talking between Jenny and myself, whether we included that all as a lump sum for healthcare, or if we actually, in the past, broke it out.
So
You know,
we sat
so-
down with Lana just before she left, and
Yeah.
that was one of the things that she had originally done. And we went back through and we just did a lump sum.
So she broke it out, but then you put it back together,
Yeah.
is what you're
Yeah,
saying?
we took it out
Yeah.
of, I think it was just Sasha's.
Yeah,
So
that,
we had it, it's all.
that's not documented anywhere that we can follow along with that. So, that's the
I mean,
unfortunate
That's
thing.
another discussion, but
That's
Yeah,
like
when we
travel
get to
knowledge
that.
that disappears because it's not documented anyplace, and now it's like we're looking at numbers and
Yeah.
what does this mean, you know?
And every line item, in my view, you can make a note on it. Every line item.
Yeah,
We like notes.
we like notes, because that's the
I
only way we
appreciate
can
this
tell.
old school stuff,
They're
but
in
we
there.
like notes.
they're in there. I
Good.
figured it out.
Yeah.
Tim can attest, it's hard to remember all this stuff, what happened 5 years ago, how we did things, we keep finding out that we haven't documented things very well, unfortunately, so we'll try to do a better job. I will get your spreadsheet and from your email, and we'll get this document updated for the next time we look at it, so appreciate it. Nothing else, we'll move on to
That's all we had.
the biggest spender of them all. Well, at least the one that has the most line items, huh?
You already went through parking.
Ouch.
I updated this document late this afternoon, I did send it to you, but.
You did not?
To Charlie.
Oh, because I was saying, I don't have it in here.
Check on
Me either.
I know, I disconnected you because I was very busy.
May have been at my regular job then,
Oh
so.
my God.
You got one of them yet?
So, anyways,
Till
we-
the 31st.
Did you get an email from him with the spreadsheet?
I did see something came in, but I had no bandwidth to even
It was-
look at it.
we can just go over it quick here.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll start with the pickup truck. I did raise that budget to 55,000. We solicited quotes from Mapleton and Columbus for Chevy or Ford. 15,000 is it.
Mhm.
Came back pickup truck for that. So I upped that. Truck 5 was in here twice in an out-year project, so I
That's interesting.
combined that and raised the budget. I need to get hard
Oh,
numbers.
you can't
for
do
what-
that.
Well,
But, so we don't have two truck fives?
no, we only have one.
Okay.
What, so, but do we, are we missing a truck?
Well, 2 trucks, so, yeah. With the document that I updated today, I sent to Charlie, I gotta go over it here.
Yeah.
But the next 2 trucks, so truck 5 will be the next one to go in 2029. But the 2 trucks that we're missing, one will be 32 and one will probably be in 2034.
Oh, the year.
Yeah.
I thought you were calling it truck
Truck
number
number,
32.
No,
So
truck
there is,
could
so am I eliminating one truck five, just crossing
eliminate
out
truck 5.
one of them?
How many patrol trucks?
Or do we
I
want
got
to,
one.
4 patrol trucks.
I got this updated in my new document, I say.
Send me the email so we can look at it. Send us an email.
Bless you. Bless you.
We need the email.
Didn't help me.
Email. It'll make it a whole lot easier if we can see it.
So truck 7, I am looking to replace. I don't have a hard number for that quite yet. I did up that to $225,000. I'm guessing that number will come down. But I don't know how much, because the last truck we purchased in 2023 was $180,000.
Oh, he's talking about the dump truck. Was that a loss?
What did you move truck number 5? What quantity, dollar amount then?
I put that in for 225 as well,
Okay,
but I can,
but only one of them.
In 29?
what?
In 29.
In 2029, yes. I'm sorry.
everybody,
Not looking at you so I can understand why you wouldn't hear me.
As soon as he sends the email.
I did.
I'll have it.
it's sent.
There it is.
Yahtzee.
Ding, ding.
Got it. Found it. Here it is.
This is one of the things, hopefully, as we go forward, instead of doing all this emailing back and forth, we want to make a repository on our SharePoint drive, so everyone can just go in there and edit documents, and we can just access one place rather than trying to
Yeah.
find it and which one's the updated one, because email threads get collapsed and it makes it difficult.
I totally understand. I was thinking about that today as I was doing this.
Do you have a printout of this?
Would you like one?
No. I just want to know if he has one to look at. What is line 78?
Empty. And,
Well,
Okay.
there was a couple other, the tractor was in here twice and the street sweeper was in here twice.
Okay then.
Good data.
And I,
Elgin Street, yeah, it's in there twice, not even for the same dollar amount.
no,
Which one's better? Can we use the $80,000
well, I
one?
took the $80,000 off for the tractor and I left the one 60-ish, and I pushed the tractor and the loader out to 2029.
All right, I'm not gonna look at this anymore because it's driving me crazy. I'm just gonna look at this one.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
already
this
made a note
is, yeah,
of
this is all messed
update.
up.
That's,
New sheet.
this is more difficult.
Yes. Got it. Okay. And we're gonna take the ones computer aids and all this shit.
And then I deleted the street sweeper dollar amount for that 67,000. I left the 307 in there.
And you push that out just for,
The loader, the tractor. Or the street sweeper.
the sweeper. You pushed,
Push truck 2 to 2032.
so what did you move back into 27? That might have been out farther, or do you have a new request for 27?
Pretty much the only thing I'm requesting for 2027 is the truck 7, was a patrol truck, and the pickup truck, truck 4, and possibly the skid more for 27.
Where's that going?
To leave it in,
No, I mean, it's just your general what you use at this point?
the skag mower is one of the parks equipment mowers. Typically, we're running air-cooled mowers 5 years. It's a liquid-cooled one, it's got like 2,000 hours on it now. It seems to be running all right, so kind of wait and see. I mean, if that was a budget cut, that 20 grand, then that would probably be an easy one.
So it's the oldest one we have?
Yes,
Because
that's-
most other ones have been replaced, right?
Well,
For the most part?
this is the one that replaced the one that lit on fire.
Yeah,
In 2022. And so
gotcha.
now we got a brand new one this year. So yeah, the one's like got a year's service on it. The other one's like 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 got 5 years after this year.
Made mine purple so I can see it better. So 1, 2, so just the 3 things then.
Yes,
Got it.
move some other stuff around and then added them other trucks. But them are years out.
Oh, is it does it net about the same? I'm just asking if you,
I didn't add that up today,
Okay.
sorry, but
you're probably, with the loader added in here twice, I don't know how we can figure out what.
well, the tractor was in for 27 and 28, so I deleted the one.
Okay, well, I guess we're really gonna have to go line by line, look through this
It
again.
looks like their formulas are still together for the totals on the bottom.
And I might have messed some of that up when I copied and pasted.
I'm
Yeah.
just calling it yours and getting rid of everything else on that spreadsheet.
Okay,
So,
Yeah, you can cut and paste across, that's fine. Looks like the column formulas are still intact and there's nothing in the columns
so by taking
except for
out,
some.
taking out the loader and the tractor, it's roughly $185,000. That I removed, but then I added. Yeah.
So even on this, when we redo this, we'll just obviously get rid of 26, so it's one less thing. The whole funding crap, we just gotta stop that.
yeah,
That just doesn't do us any good.
as long as what was funded in 26 actually happened, we don't have carryover there.
Just resave this as a 2026 document.
Okay. And you got
And then street projects.
street projects, which are already kind of known. Do you have ceiling or anything else that's above and beyond?
No, we won't be doing a chip sealing project.
Yeah,
For
we
probably a
did take
couple
that out.
years.
Okay.
This will be Waterloo Road at that time.
So, we doing the whole thing again,
Waterloo Road, chip sealing.
For the 20.
or just half of it?
You're asking me for a budget number?
Well, no, just,
Split the road.
Reaching out to
Oh,
the
oh,
county.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to reach out with Waterloo, because I'm not gonna.
That would be one of those,
I would talk about it now, cause we're already,
yeah, but that'd be one of those things you wanna tell them now that you're planning to do it in 28 so that they know.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Mr. License.
cause we may need to balance that with what we're hitting them with the fire department, capital items as well, so.
And actually, I mean, Waterloo Road's holding up relatively well, I mean, there's no cracks or nothing, yeah, it's pretty good. They recommend 5 years, 3 to 5 years, depending on what they're doing. Or we can not do it, and just
No. Maintenance, gotta
That's
stay
right.
on top of it. That's what gets us in trouble.
That's what gets us in trouble. Okay. Appreciate everybody's input there. That'll be helpful. We'll try to get this updated.
I'll talk to you about capital roads again to make sure that this is.
Yeah, we gotta look at engineering and all that kind of stuff probably. Do we have to have engineering be looked at, or have we
I think
locked
we're-
that stuff?
Well, it's locked in for this next year, but we can certainly go out for bid. It just depends on when you want to do it. I mean, we're doing an RFP now for garbage.
Right.
That's coming tomorrow night.
Did you like it?
I didn't even look
Did
at
you
it.
like my RFP?
Yeah, I briefly read through it, I was at work.
Okay. Capital planning exercise, we will get this updated and hopefully we'll probably address it again in September at some point. The committee might look at it again before, but we probably won't finalize any decisions till probably next month, once we can, work on some of the other assumptions that we're working on, sort of outside of the numbers. If we can do some calisthenics sort of with different ways to fund debt. So that might take us a little while to get answers on that, but this will play a big part in figuring out that
Trucks are
piece.
wearing off.
So, okay, capital planning. Future meeting dates.
This will be established earlier.
We have not picked any dates yet,
Yeah, I don't
but
think you picked any.
I thought that was the
I thought we did the 12th, the
18th.
Well, we-
17th,
I
and the
mean-
18th.
specific
Yeah.
departments for dates.
Didn't make it official.
So we didn't make anything official.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I'm assuming the ones
I wanna-
that are completed their budget, in my view, are closer than maybe the other ones
Mine's
are.
done.
So,
I got 5 line
I'm
items.
not going to the board yet, unless on the 24th this month. So we could put the libraries, whenever you guys can meet, the board can meet in September, beginning of September.
okay, no, that's fair.
Your meetings, what'd you say? August?
24th is the.
It's fine.
Is our next board meeting, we're gonna change it from a Wednesday to.
I was gonna say, is that the normal night?
No, because the school open house.
Okay, so what is your normal board night that you want us to be there?
The fourth Wednesday of the month is normal.
But you're good, so we're talking September then.
Yes. So
September
I mean, we can try to
23rd?
get, the beginning of September, or we could meet that fourth Wednesday.
The 23rd.
23rd. Yeah.
Does anybody have a problem with that? Richard, do you have your bowling schedule?
Yes, but I don't bowl on Wednesdays.
Oh, look at that.
So,
For some reason, I always thought Wednesday was a thing.
The
boy.
third Wednesday is a Middleton meeting, night meeting.
Oh, got it. That's what you have. But do you want to schedule it then for the 23rd for them? It's on a Wednesday,
of,
September, because that's their normal night.
push them a month? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Do we have a problem with that?
Seems like you're not gonna have an opinion by then, are you?
No, we will, because
Yeah.
I meet this month at the end of this month.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she'll have all month to kind of get it together.
So you'll flush out some numbers, right?
Yes.
And then just meet with the board to kind of dial it in, and then we'll sit down. Can we do it?
24th.
If we pick a
23rd.
date after you kind of have them in, can we talk and,
We can talk.
Pick a different date?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, we've done different dates before, we didn't wait for your board meeting, right?
yeah.
Before, like we did it mid-month of September.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We'll have to play, like I said, we
Yeah.
got hiring and,
Yeah.
Dave.
I
Yeah.
can't speak what's gonna
Dave.
happen a month from now, but
Dave,
I'm sorry, we're having another conversation.
I understand. Thank you.
so, okay, so that's 24th, that's August. If you get some dates, once you have things kind of firmed up in your mind, reach out to us and we'll
Try to schedule something.
try to schedule something.
So we
Okay?
don't
Till
want to
August
do that late
24th,
September.
talk to the board.
I would rather not.
Okay,
I'd rather
that's fine.
I'd rather get it dialed in if we have numbers
Before then?
mid-September, like mid-September-ish. So we don't know how easily this is all gonna pull together with not having access to a lot of things that we're used to right now, so. If we have part-time staff that is coming in to assist us pulling numbers, it might take us longer to pull this all together than we normally do, so.
So you're doing, the 23rd, we're doing the library.
No.
We have not. So the library is not set. Kelly will let us know
Probably, yeah,
early September.
yep, after their board meeting on the 24th.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So that leaves the 12th would be next Wednesday. We can do Parks and PD. Okay?
For that one, good? Okay. 17th?
17th is DPW, Public Works.
Now, the fire, do we, just to get him kind of
Yeah.
rolled in here, when do you want to do fire? Are we on a Monday? What are you thinking?
We can fit it in.
Will you be ready on the 18th?
What's that?
18th, we kind of have penciled in. Will you be ready by the 18th?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
That's a
Down.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
You okay with that? Okay. I wasn't sure if you had to work, you could even be there, do you even know your schedule?
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
working.
sorry, September. I'm sorry, September. No,
Do you
no,
want to
maybe
let
you
the
can.
townships
Yeah,
know?
Yeah.
Or do we not want to pull them in until we actually dial it in a little bit?
We can bring them in, or,
It just seems if we meet once, if we have to meet again in October even to kind of go through things, but
yeah.
it might be helpful for us just to dial in numbers first
Give
and
them an update
see where everything flies.
on the
I
insurance.
think it has to, just due to the fact that figuring out what we're gonna do with the capital as far
Yeah.
as
Right. What
how
you need.
they're going to contribute to it or not contribute to it, so.
Oh, there's a meeting next week.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, even said capital's not gonna impact your operating budget too much. I mean, you
Right.
know, kind of where your labor's gonna reside now. We have to run the numbers for benefits and that kind of stuff. Insurance, we already know is 8.5% is what it is, for the current plan.
But then, health was what, 14.5 or something like that? What was that?
What's that?
What, the health insurance was 14.5,
8.5
8.5?
right now. That's what the numbers came out was 8.5 for our
And then
plan.
retirement and everything else.
That's
Oh,
above
that
it.
was seven, that was
Yeah.
WRS, that was 7.5, I think.
Yeah. So it's like we saved a little bit on one, or got an advantage on one, but in health insurance obviously was up again.
I wish there was a lot.
So
Do you have
Mention that.
a time thought on that day?
on the 18th,
Yeah. That's my pseudo conflict night.
that's a conflict night.
I have another meeting at 7.
At 7?
Yeah.
Let me see
What
here.
time do you think you can meet, Chad?
We can make whatever work.
But you still gotta come from Middleton, so would it be 5:30?
I can come
Oh,
earlier.
boy. No, I'll be okay.
Yeah, we're retired, Charlie.
No,
Oh, shoot,
No.
we're still in August.
August, and I have,
My
have
medicine's
onboarding
wearing off,
to
I'm terribly sorry.
teach somebody my job.
On when that day?
Well, I should be done by 3, so even if I'm away, I can get back. I should be back by 5 no matter what, so.
I can make 5 work.
You can make 5 work on the 18th?
If we can keep that to under 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours will be enough. If we have to exchange numbers, at least we can get through it. The earlier you can kind of get numbers to us, we can start looking through some of it and formulate questions or whatever.
I should be able to get by the end of the week.
Okay, that sounds great. So fire will be 18th at 5 PM.
And that'll be there, because I think there's a CDA
Yep.
meeting. And
Public
you guys are having
Works.
one or not.
Do we want to wait till 6:30? I mean, does it matter
What's that?
on the 17th?
I'd like
For
to see 6, but it's up to you guys. I think whatever.
6?
Yeah, 6 is fine.
Okay. Parks and PD, 6, fine.
On the 12th?
On the
On
12th?
the 12th?
12th at 6.
Wonderful.
Anything
That's,
else?
what's that?
I was just gonna give a quick update on insurance, I was hoping.
You
Didn't
can
realize they were-
certainly do that. It'd probably be helpful. Not everybody
I know, they
is
left.
here, but
Well, I can send out another update. So health insurance has been a moving target. So I sent you all an email letting you know that the copay was being added, that they were gonna go retro back and look at all the, and there really wasn't a lot, but anybody that did have to use their insurance, they were gonna go back and fix it, give you your money back, and just leave your HRA card alone. But then after they looked at it again, we had another meeting this week, so what they decided to do, depending on how we wanted to go, copay is still going to be a part of your HRA card, but then they also asked about co-insurance. Because once you get to your deductible, Tim, you know that, it's a 90/10 in insurance after that. So what we said is just let that card go for everything. So whether it's a copay, a deductible, co-insurance, whatever it is, that $3,400 that's in there, you can use that card until it's gone. If you used and paid out of your pocket on a copay, you can resubmit it to the plan and they will reimburse you directly. So we have a list, I just printed it up again for Charlie. There's not a lot on there. I know Dennis had some issues because he was already into co-insurance. So they've fixed his 2 issues already. So what we have to do is look at insurance overall, because this has just been a moving target since it started, not knowing what's covered, what you guys didn't get. Our intentions were to have that HRA card be your deductible. Didn't know that the copay wasn't a part of it. Didn't know that this 90/10 was all a part of it. Plus there's all kinds of expenses every month that goes into administering this. So we have to get a total picture of what this is costing us. And how do we want to go forward? And I'm just going to say this because this is what Barry suggested, which was very interesting, because in 2018 or 17, whenever that first resolution came out, to say, here's the opt-out, there was a line item in there that said insurance is now going to be an 80/20. That got struck out. So then it stayed as the 88/12.
do you remember that, Tim?
No.
Okay.
It's still in the resolution, lined out the 80/20. So somebody decided not to do that. And I was here in 18, it wasn't registering to me at that
We've made a
point.
lot of decisions since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
So the point is, Barry had suggested, and this is where we're gonna have a whole meeting for everybody, and we have put all the numbers out there. He suggested they wanna go back, this is their utility, they wanna go back to the local traditional plan, which is the highest one. So there's 4 levels of insurance. They each have a different value. Of course, the high deductible is the lowest, but it comes with a lot of co-pays and 90/10s and co-insurances and all kinds of stuff. If we go back to the traditional one, which is way more money, he said he would rather pay the 20% than the 12% and never have to deal with the doctor. Everything's covered, don't have to mess around with it, but it's a jump to both of us. Because no matter what, we're still paying more because it's an increase.
If I remember correctly, it sounded like he would like to see those numbers and see what the employees would like to do.
Correct.
To be able to pool them and get their take on, well, here's the actual number.
Right.
What do you guys
Right.
think you
Right.
want to do?
Yes.
And I think collectively we could do that across the city.
Right. And that's why I'm just letting you know now, that was a suggestion from him on Monday. So when I looked at it, I did quick little math on it. I'm like, yeah, but it's still, it's a bump because it's
There's-
the highest level
Right.
out there.
The city's gonna be paying, I mean, it's costing both the employee and the city more. So where's the savings at that point? So we're realizing some savings that we've probably injected into wages at some point, because that usually is the biggest upper, no matter what. So if we go back the other way, where do we get the extra money? Utilities can go out for a rate increase to help cover their expenses and pay a little bit more to their employees, where the city is under a budget restraint,
Levy
where we
limit.
don't have that ability to flex that way. So where does that extra money come from? That's the question. Might look real attractive to everybody, but doesn't mean we can afford to do it.
Right.
So
But seeing it in a spreadsheet.
seeing it on a spreadsheet is gonna make it a lot more easier to understand. But
Right.
we will try to get that put together at some point
Yeah,
here and get it.
it's
so
been
it
fun
work out.
going through all of this. So EBC is the employment benefit company, and there's fees for them to do it. The FSA is still in our handbook. There's only 4 people, now 3, that use the FSA. That's still part of EBC. But the HRA is completely different.
That's ETF.
Yeah, so ETF is your insurance. EBC is FSA and HRA. They administer that program.
I've got both too.
Yeah.
And then the
So-
flex, and the flex spend for the few people that utilize it costs money.
Yeah.
It's administratively probably costly for us
Yeah,
to
per
maintain that.
month.
And that's the downside of being a smaller city. You don't
Yep.
have that
Yeah.
cost
If it
to
was-
spread over so many
Right,
people.
right. If more people were participating, it would make more sense. So then, does that make sense? I don't know. You know.
What's that value to you as an employee?
Right. We have the 27 numbers. I got the 27 documents, and it's just going to be hopefully not this busy of a spreadsheet, but we will make a spreadsheet. But we have to know all the costs.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's a monthly fee that we get on top of everything else that also gets thrown into your budgets.
100%.
So,
So the good thing is, yeah, if you paid out of pocket for some of your expenses and you know you have HRA money left on your account, get your explanation of
Yep.
benefits that were sent to you and upload those, either take screenshots or whatever, upload those to the app
Yep.
through EBC, and they will
send you a check directly.
recode those and send you your money back.
Yeah, it could be direct deposit. Mine is.
If it's set up that way.
Yeah,
Right,
right,
however
right.
it's set up, right.
Yeah.
But either way, it goes directly to you. It doesn't come to the city and then we pay you. Because
Right.
it was your money.
Correct.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep that in the back of your head. If it's something that you're interested in, if it means more to you, not ever having to deal with a doctor, not ever to deal with sending in the
Companies.
paperwork and doing all that. If, $300-400 a month is, you're like, yep, I'd rather have that.
And absolutely get the word out to everyone that if there's
Passengers.
questions, call us and let us know.
We're learning.
We're learning a lot. I learned a lot. Jenny learned a lot in the last week alone. I know this. Not that we wanted to, but
Last 3
we
months.
did.
Yeah.
So,
Would you please send out a calendar of the scheduled meetings so I can confirm it with what I entered in my phone? With the chitter chatter and whatnot, I'm not sure if I got all the times.
yeah. That's another thing I wanna do too, is, have update our calendar, cause I don't have rights to put like entries in our, I don't know if you have or subscribe to the city's calendar, which shows all the meeting
On your
dates.
emails?
You can subscribe to that on your Outlook, if you have it on your phone or in your screen, on your computer. When you log in under your email address, you can subscribe to that calendar and get updates that way as well, but
I could probably do, I'll have to look at it.
for technically challenging exercises.
When you got 6 calendars, you're trying to maintain it.
I got 5 emails.
I know,
to mine.
trust me.
Do a whole company once.
At least bunch of that is consistent,
Uh,
to a point. Or should be, talk to the IT guy.
yeah.
I'll move to adjourn.
How's that a second?
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries, we're adjourned.
Thank you, guys.